Okay, so I was just going through my For You page on YouTube, and I came across this video, and it was talking about 21 Pilots' new update on the website. Click on it, here's an image of the video, and, well, I decided to, kind of play with what I found, because, they said that you could, go onto the 21 Pilots website, do /member/Tyler, and then /Josh. So, I did that, I just wanted to test, and then they also said that you couldn't do anything that has something to do with, the Trench album. So I decided to test that, so I looked up Nico, and that came up, and I was like, okay. So then I looked up Nicholas, and that also came up. So my brother and I had already talked about this with my brother, and he's like, oh, we should test a bunch of other stuff. We just kind of typed in, Ruby from Regional at Best, and we typed in Fairly Local, Heavy Dirty Soul, Attic with a Pen, House of Gold, Semi-Automatic, The Run and Go, Tear in My Heart, Lane Boy. That all came up. So, we wanted to test it more. We typed in Glowing Eyes, we typed in Chris, we typed in Nick, and then we typed in Rosie, which, if you guys are new to the Clique, you might not know that Rosie is Tyler's daughter. So then we also typed in Jim, which is Josh's dog, and then we typed in Haley, the girl from Paramore, which, if you guys don't know, Josh and Haley are friends. Then we typed in Alex, Chrissy, and we also typed in Paramore, and that came up too. So we typed in Patrick, we typed in Pete once, and Fall Out Boy, and it all came up. The Patrick thing, we're like, huh, because, Fall Out Boy and 21 Pilots are on the same record, the label thing, Fueled by Ramen. Huh, this is pretty cool. So then we typed in Ryan, Ashley, Stay Alive. Okay, so at this point, we already know that something's going on. Something's going to happen soon, and we're hoping it's pretty soon. So I decided to type 21 Pilots backwards. That also worked. I typed Skeleton Clique. That came up, which, if you're new, the Skeleton Clique is another fan base for 21 Pilots. So, we're called the Skeleton Clique. Then I typed in Top, Smile, Ukulele, and Bean, and that all came up. So then I typed Kelly, Christopher, Madison, and Jay. Those names also came up. Most of the names that came up was siblings of Tyler and Josh, and also friends of theirs and their parents' names, even Grandpa's name. So, that's pretty cool. So then I typed in Laura, Taylor, Ty, and Bunny. All of that came up. Then we started to lose ideas of what to research or look up because we've already done a lot. Just a lot of random stuff and names and different stuff like that. So we thought, hey, why don't we do a few lyrics? So I did Somebody Stole My Car Radio. Then I did Am I the Only One? Okay, they've been adding a lot. Then I did 21 Pilots, but as a 21 Pilots fan, this is our biggest pet peeve ever, and it's typing 21 Pilots. And I decided to type that in, and that came up. And that kind of made me mad, but it's fine. So then I typed in Belle, Penny, TJ, Tyler Joseph, and all of that came up. And I also typed gay, and that came up too. Then, apparently you're able to type in Brendan Urie, and it comes up too, but if you just type Brendan, and if you just type Panic at the Disco, or Panic, or Disco, it does not come up at all. Which, if you also didn't know, Josh and Brendan are also close friends. So then we typed in Cat, Breathe, Sally, Pink, Jake, and Paul, and all of that came up too. Then we also typed Time to Say Goodbye, which, if you didn't know, Tyler did a cover of that song. It was around before they got famous, when they started performing in smaller venues when 15 people would show up. He did a cover of that song, but then I also typed in Slushy Guys. That's a YouTube channel that he had with his friend Mark. Tyler and Mark would do dumb videos together. He also had Josh on the channel. And, that's all of the weird searches that we came up with. But there was also another weird thing. Okay, so then I typed in Trees, because that's a song off of Vessel. And when you type Trees, it comes up with The Trees. And, we we didn't search it with the trees. If you just search the trees, it doesn't come up. That was pretty weird. So then we looked up March to the Sea, and it came up with March_to_the_sea. And a lot of other song names had underscores or periods. Like 21 Pilots, it's 20.1.pilots. So it did that with the trees. You know, it didn't add any dashes, but I just thought that was weird to add that. But the ones with the dashes and periods and stuff was March to the Sea, Trapdoor, Fake You Out, Not Today, 21 Pilots, Matt, which I decided to look up the name Matt because Josh and Matt McGuire had just done a huge drum cover together. It's really good. Go search it up on YouTube. You won't regret it. It's really good. Anyway, you could also type in Vessel, Johnny Boy, and Kitty, and those had either underscores or periods. But the one that got me most excited was seeing No Fun Intended with periods in the middle of the words. But it has No Fun Intended. And if you guys don't know, No Fun Intended is an album that Tyler made when he was 17 to 18. He wrote it, recorded it all in his basement and with his friends. It's really good. Go check it out. So anyway, my brother and I are researching all of this, and we see the dash and dots, and we're like, what takes dash and dots? Morse code. So we found a Morse code generator. We typed in all the dash and dots in the order of the albums and the songs, the release dates of the songs in the albums, all of that, and it came up with SOTTT. So, there's not really a word with SOTTT in it that anything could stand for. I don't know. You guys can let us know. We could be completely wrong and just not thinking. But we decided to get rid of the 2 extra T's, and we got SOT, SOT, which that means someone that's drunk. So we're like, okay, they obviously don't mean drunk, but we wonder if this is even on the right path. So we go to their website, /member/SOT, and it came up. So we know that we're on the right track with this. We know that it's obviously for a reason. So it's kind of like it's saying, oh, you're on the right track, and it's not complete, but we need to keep going with this because we are close to figuring this out. And this was we found this out in the span of like an hour at most with like finding out the code. And for the past 2-3 days, we've just been finding more and more words. Okay, so then I looked at one of the comments of the video that I originally found all of this out about. So we looked up Frank Iero. And if you guys don't know, and it's fine if you don't know who that is, he's from My Chemical Romance, which, that's, yes, queen. So then you can also type in Raymond, which Ray Toro is also a part of My Chemical Romance. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So then you can just type in an M and just type in a G, which G and M could only stand for 2 things, Gerard Way and Mikey Way, which is also in My Chemical Romance. And they've done a cover of a My Chemical Romance song in the past. They did a cover of Cancer, which, I love it. It's so good. So could it be a collab? My Chem's back, 21 Pilots is writing an album? Maybe. We got all of this together and we were hoping, because we kind of ran out of ideas of what to look up. We kept finding so many different things, so many things with dashes, dots, but there has to be more. There has to be more that we don't see. So what we want your help with is to help us finish the code. We gotta finish this code. Hopefully when we finish it, we'll get some sort of hint of what they're doing with the new album. But one other thing that we discovered because of a comment was looking more into the website. You go into Google Chrome, you click the 3 dots, click on Developer Tools, and then you're able to see if there's a hidden photo, which a good amount of the pages had some hidden photos, which we'll have on the screen here. I don't know if the photos are of fans or something. We do know that there's a picture of Tyler and someone else, looks like a young Tyler, so. But, yeah, we kind of discovered all of that, because a comment was like, you guys should try doing this, and I was like, oh, that's a good idea, so I kind of stole their idea. And that's basically it. So if you guys could share this with anyone that you know that likes 21 Pilots, that would be into helping find out the code. Remember, the website 21pilots/member/whatever you want to add. It could be old Twitter posts or funny jokes between the clique, whatever. You gotta look things up and, let us know if you find anything new. Let us know if you can think of anything that SOT or SOTTT could stand for. Just let us know, because we're kind of stumped. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.